I say this with peace and love to my new beautiful listeners and my current subscribers, that to stay up to date on my latest breaking news and coin updates, you need to hit that subscribe button. It's very important, and hit that bell notification so you can stay up to date on this ever-changing cryptocurrency market. VINCENZO'S Gold Crypto Investing, and we got a couple of coin requests here. So we're going to look at the LCX. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but we're going to start off just to, you can see this coin looks relatively new this year. Looks like it was just this year it came out, right? We're going to take a quick volume indicator just to see where the mean of the volume is, which is right here. So we're going to sneak in a very narrow red line right there, and then we're going to lock that, get that up there and lock it. And then we can see just above that, to get bullish, we have another support zone right here, right? Actually, this is really one big support zone right in there. See that? And we're going to make this blue. And then we're going to lock that. And you got to get above that red to be bullish. And then if you get above the blue, you have very little resistance all the way up. But on the downside, you have very little support if you break down too much more than where you're at now. And if we take a look at it, you can see the market's very bearish right now. This coin is near the bottom of its history. And if we zoom in to the hour time frame, you can see we're below all three moving averages, and we're below that red major VIX volume profile area with a price note that's centered at about 0.061 cents. So if you're below this red zone, you're very bearish. If you get above the red zone into the blue zone, you start to get bullish, right? And then you got to break above the moving averages, which you were not able to do that right there. So in the short term, just looking at this coin for the first time and not a whole lot of price action, you can see we have a big area of support down here with an underneath horizontal ray. You can see multiple areas right down into there where we've gotten support. See that wick support, wick support, wick support, wick support, nearly a wick support right there, touching it to a T. And this is an area of major underneath support. If you're trying to play a swing trade on this, down here would be the spot that you try to grab it and then play to bounce back up. And if you're trying to do a long-term hold line here to try to, if you think this coin may be a coin of the future, then you want to start accumulating anywhere down near these bottom wicks from about the 0.057 south. How far down can this go? Could it eventually come back to its all-time low that it hit back here and right when it looks like the coin came out at 0.048? Absolutely, it could. There's not a whole lot of price action, but in the current micro time frame, you're bearish because you're below the red support zone right there, and you're below all the three major moving averages. If you want to get short-term bullish, you got to confirm above the top part of this red support zone at 0.061. And we're going to continue to keep updating on that coin. Shiba coin, we haven't talked about in a while, but you can see Shiba coin after its huge pump that it had a few weeks ago. If we zoom out to the daily time frame, you can see these are hideous. We need to get the new ones up here. This can stay. This is a major volume area up right there. And then we're going to make that blue. And then we're going to lock it with these price notes. Oh, come on. They have to go because they're hideous. They were the old ones that we were using before we redid our color. You can see we've been in an extended, make that blue, extended falling channel in Shiba coin ever since that big massive pump that we had last year, and the volume is essentially dead. But now you can see what you did. We got another price note that you can't see. We got to make that smaller. We're going to make that smaller. Actually, we're going to delete that. You can see, since we've fallen down out of this falling channel, we're trying to get a breakout again. Where's our price note? We're trying to confirm a breakout up above this major area right here. You see that? It tried it here, fell back down to support, rejected, initially rejected, and then it traded out, but it more traded out than broke out. To me, this thing's almost wanting to come back down and back test a point bunch of 0.635, right? And then you would either A, confirm a breakout, or B, confirm a breakdown. And you would break back down into that falling channel and continue lower nearing some all-time lows, which if we mark the all-time low, at least on this chart, you can see it's all the way down there, right? That's your all-time low. And that is possible. And if we zoom in from the daily time frame, you can see in the short term what we got going on here is you're below that 0.01357, which is bearish. You're below the 3 moving averages, which is bearish, right? We have a major support level right there on the orange, which is your last line of defense, which we're trying to get bounced on right now. So that's somewhat bullish. But to me, this thing's not going to be able to hold this area. And if I had to make an assumption or an educated prediction, could there be another run up into here? Yes. But I think the Shiba coin has got a date with the bottom part of this orange support zone, or AKA last line of defense, to the shit house, right? I think that's where Shiba coin's got a date with. And I think it's going to, over the next few days, after this big pump up that it had about a week ago, it's traded it all back. And if you don't hold this top part of the orange support zone, I think you're going to trade all the way back down here. We got a classic rejection off a major resistance level up there. And that's what I'm watching out for in Shiba coin in the micro time frame, is over the next 2 to 3 days or a week, I think you're going to trade back down towards this underneath support down into here, right? I think you're going to get back into this orange support zone. And I think even after a couple bounces, if you get them here, I think you're going to fail to hold this level, and the price action's actually going to trade back down into this area. And then we're going to have to see where it's at when it approaches on the point bunch of 0.739, right? So that's what that's looking like right now. If we take a quick peek at Luna Classic, you can see the price came down like I thought it would yesterday, when the price was sitting up near that orange support zone or orange resistance zone. And if we take a look back at the hour time frame, you can see when we were talking yesterday with the comment we had, the price action was in here somewhere, and I thought it was going to get rejected and trade down towards the 200-day moving average. Right now, what you want to watch, it's coming back up to test this orange support area and blue uptrending line. If it hits this and gets initially rejected, it's going to send you as a confirmed breakdown. And you're going to have a big fall down maybe towards that red support zone. If you're looking to get bullish in this short term for a swing trade, because I would not be long term holding this coin, you would look for it to get on top of this, have a couple of taps at this, and then continue to the upside, right? But I'm more hedging just like I was yesterday, and it did come down. You see, after we made that video, it had a bunch of red candles in a row. I think if it gets back up in here, it's just going to tap it and it's going to get rejected. And then we're going to come down to the 200-day moving average, and then we're going to have to play it from there on exactly what's going to happen when you hit the 200-day moving average. If we look at a little bit of XRP, you can see the current XRP price is still waiting for the major volume to come in that we were talking about yesterday. You can see the volume down there is dead. The price action has went sideways to no action, right? There's very little movement in the hour candles. And tonight when the volume comes in, you're either going to pump up and do something like this and try to get bullish, or when you come up and do something like this, you would get harshly rejected in a quick reversal like you did right there. When you hit this upper resistance, you had a big up, and then you quickly reverse down and then trade it sideways. Or the volume's going to come in and you're just going to trade straight down to the downside and get back into this blue support zone. And that's actually where I think you're going to end up, is down here into this blue support zone in XRP. I'm going to eat a little bit of late lunch, and then we're going to get into what the Mt. Gox situation is that everyone's talking about, and get some in-depth detail, education, knowledge, and fortitude and power to try to figure out and dissect this market. Peace and love. Hit that subscribe button, share this, bell notification.